Yo, what's going on? It is 1 p.m. here in Crystal Lake, Illinois. That means it's time for another live stream. Today is Tuesday, May 7th, 2024. Sorry we didn't have a live stream yesterday. I was in New York giving a talk at a company just speaking about AAPI Heritage Month. I wasn't speaking about AAPI Heritage Month like I wasn't giving a history of it. I was speaking for AAPI History Month. My hair's doing some weird things today. And just got back from a run, so I'm all super gross. So I got back from New York. It was a nice, quick little trip, but now we're back. And when I came home, I had this giant package from Mizuno that came in. So I think you guys probably already know what it is. I've seen a lot of people opening a similarly large box. So I'm guessing that's what it is too, but we'll take a look at it together. Plus, I got this today, guys. And what this is, these are standard weights. They are weights that weigh exactly what they say it is. And so when we get the scale out, I don't know how to calibrate a scale, but at least we'll be able to tell how off my scale is, and maybe I need to get a new scale. So who knows? What if my scale is really wrong? What if what 100 grams is in real life, my scale has been saying like is 125? I don't know. Could be we'd have to throw away all the data. I don't know. We'll see. Before we get into that, let's say hi to everyone listening on the audio only version on the podcast. I have to catch you guys up, or by the time you're listening to this, you are caught up. But I haven't been doing a good job of uploading the audio versions, and that's on me. I apologize. But it's been an unusual month for me. So I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. And for everyone else watching this later, but not live, this is the number one live stream. Is it? I think this is going to be the number one live stream that combines super meticulous measurements and shoes. There's others that do shoes, but is anyone else getting weight standards? I feel like we're the only one. So as far as weights, we're the one that cares the most about weights, I think. Right? Maybe. I don't know. Cheryl Ross says, "Hey, Ko, it seems like there's typically a 5-minute or so delay before your live video start, about 104 to 105. You're always in the middle of saying something. Is there a delay on your end?" So one is I'm late. That's number one. In the middle of something, hopefully it's not too long, but I usually wait a little bit. Sometimes people say like 10 seconds is enough, but that's why that's why I'm always drinking something in the middle, because that makes me stop and wait for the thing to start, because it'll tell me that it started and I'll start talking, but then it's not showing to you guys yet. And I think part of that is because I'm using StreamYard. That's what makes these comments show up on the screen. And so I turn it on, StreamYard starts sending to YouTube, but it takes a minute for it to get to YouTube. But if you listen to it it's weird that, because if you're a later but not live, but if you are a audio podcast listener, you hear the whole like 15 seconds of me shuffling beforehand, before anything starts, because I'm too lazy to edit any of that out. All right. Let's see. What else we got here? How are you guys doing? Cosmic Pinal, like Michael says, he's excited for the calibration weights. General Triangle says calibration. Yes. You guys are teasing me. You guys are making fun of me how excited I am. Xavier is here, says hello from Zabia in the Valencia area. Very cool. Welcome. And Daniel Estrella says this is a box. This is a box. It's probably the biggest. I think it's the biggest box. I think I've gotten some boxes that are similarly big. Adidas has sent some big boxes. New Balance sent me the biggest box, that New York box at one time. I was trying to film the unboxing of that. That was hard. I had to go upstairs where there was somewhere where there was taller ceilings for that. But this is, I think, the tallest because it's so big. All right. Hey, it's Carlos C. says, I'm a bit late to the party, but I also PR'd this weekend at Eugene Marathon with a time of 2:57. Great job. That's amazing. 3-minute PR and the first sub 3 ever. Ooh, extra good. I love it. Glad to hear it, Carlos C. Congratulations. Is Eugene Marathon a fast course? I know you get to finish in the stadium, right? I'm pretty sure that's true. That's a correct fact. but like parts of Eugene are hilly, right? So does it get hilly or does it stay flat? Because other parts of Eugene are very flat. I remember the marathon for World Championships had a giant hill in it. I wonder. And Luis Reynoso says, Yoko, thanks again for putting together a nice run in Central Park. It was great running with you and the rest of the group. At least we didn't get run over by any cyclists. Yeah. Yeah, that was really fun. We had, I think, 20 people. So a pretty small group, relatively speaking, for a group run. But I just love that size of group. We got together at 9 a.m. in Central Park for a lap around the park, about 10K. And we were concerned because Bike the Five Boroughs was going on at the same time, and that uses the park route that we were going to run on. But for the most part, we were able to share the route. And then there was one part where it got really tight, and we took a little detour through the park. But since we had a lot of people from the area that knew where they were going, someone else could lead. And so I wasn't in charge of leading through the detour, which I think would have been bad if I did. But it was nice. It was good, and it was good to spend time with people. And that size of group makes it easy for me to be able to actually talk to everyone. And also, like, unfortunately, I couldn't support a lot of other pace groups. But because it was just the one pace group, I didn't have to worry about as much about, is everyone still together? It was a smaller group. It's just easier to kind of manage everything. So for me, it was a lot more enjoyable too. So not that I don't like the big group runs, but it's nice to have small ones every once in a while too. Sean Devlin says, speaking of fast courses, are all Revel marathons downhill? I saw a course profile of one this weekend. I couldn't believe how massively downhill it was. I believe so. I think that's the whole premise of the company, of like the races. Oh, I just felt something on my leg and I was like, what is that? Oh my goodness. I thought something was wrong. And then I kind of like lift up my pant leg and I'm muddy. I'm still muddy from my trail run today. It rained a lot this morning and I went for a run and I got mud all over myself. So I'll have to clean that off later. But yeah, all of their races are massively downhill, like several thousand feet of downhill. Sometimes I feel like it's too much downhill. Although the Revel race that was in Phoenix, the Phoenix one, it must have been really downhill earlier. Because when I saw it, it was I saw a good like 7 or 8 miles of that course, and I felt like it was pretty flat. So all the downhill must have been in like the first 10 or 20 and 20K, General Triangle says, does the Mizuno box come with specific instructions to post the unboxing on socials? I feel like I've seen a lot of the same style unboxing, and generally I don't believe in coincidences like that. I think a lot of it is just timing, and it's unusual. If you don't have to give instructions. If you send something unusual to people, they're going to open it around the same time. I didn't get an email. I didn't know this was coming. So, like sometimes I get an email and it says like embargo date is such and such a time. And so a lot of people will have their content ready to go for a certain time. And that's why they all come out on the same time. So it's definitely not a coincidence. And that's one of the main reasons to have an embargo, is so that way you can kind of jumpstart a trending moment, So that's what's going on with that. But I didn't get any instructions. I just got a box. So. Eric Hill says, is anyone running the Denver Marathon next weekend? I impulsively signed up for it a few months ago and I'm already regretting it. Well, I mean, already regretting it sounds like you instantly regretted it, but it took you a couple of months. So, I mean, that's okay. Just go out and have fun. Or if you don't want to run it, don't run it, I guess. I don't know. Patrick Odedina says, I am running, what's going on, Patrick? Says, I'm running a small local 5K in the Bronx this Saturday, hoping for a new PB. To make me feel better after a couple of tough spring marathons. There you go. I'd like to get in a 5K sometime soon here, but my next race is on Saturday. It's a 50K. It's a little different. So I'm really nervous about it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it. That's the thing. And Mikara Boardman says, yo, what's going on, everyone? Hubby and I ran one of our first sub 35Ks this past weekend, and it was a 2-minute PB. Awesome. That is fantastic news. Nice. Eric Hill says, I have no idea. I've never run at altitude before, so I have no idea what to expect. It's going to be hard, dude. Oh, man. I mean, some people don't. So there's a variety of like levels of response to altitude. Some people can do kind of fine. They feel it, but it's not a huge deal. Some people, after a week of acclimating to altitude, they feel fine. Me, I just never get used to it, and it always sucks. I would not want to run a marathon in Denver, personally. I mean, maybe for fun, but like I wouldn't want to try and race fast in Denver. But I'm sure you'll be great, Eric. Sean Devlin says, that's a good question. Kavuzi, what shoes are you wearing for Tiger Claw? I don't know. I ran in the Argravic Speed Ultras again. I don't think that's going to be my shoe. There's something about it that doesn't agree with me, and it kind of feels heavy, and it kind of feels unstable at times. And I don't know if it's because, super foams on a trail shoe maybe it's not as good an idea as it sounds. Although that Light Strike Pro feels very different than other Light Strike Pros. Or maybe it's the rocker position. It's very rockered, and maybe I don't need that on a trail. And it's still bothering my arches. So I don't think that's going to be it. I want it to be it. But also, I just feel like it doesn't feel great when I'm running it. So I'm not sure. I'm going to try these. What were these? The Pulsar 3s. I'll probably give these a try tomorrow on the trails. I probably should have ran in them today, but I just didn't have time to. I haven't filmed them yet. And so I want to film them in their clean state before I get them super dirty. I also feel like I'm not sure this is going to be a good shoe for the kind of 50K that I'm going to be running. I'm anticipating, if I can finish it, fighting the cutoffs. It's a 9-hour cutoff race. I'm on feet for a long time. I've been wearing the shoes for a long time. I don't know if the Pulsar 3s are really going to be what I want. So I'm thinking about what other shoes have I been testing lately? Cloud Surfer Trail, also probably not going to be it. I'm going to want something a little bit more aggressive than that. The Tomir, I'm thinking maybe the Tomir 2.0. It's a bigger shoe, so I feel like for foot swelling it'll be nice. But I'm also thinking about, I really do enjoy the Craft Pure Trail, but I've already raced in those ones, so I feel like I should spread it around. I'm thinking about the Salomon Thundercross, because I just have a lot of fun in stomping around in those shoes, and I feel like that's what I'm going to be doing a lot of on just marching a lot in Tiger Claw. So I'm thinking about that one. And then part of me is just like, you know what? Don't overcomplicate it. Just go with the Mafate. I have the Mafate Speed 4. I don't know if there's a 5 out yet, but I have the 4. I think I forgot to reply when I was asked if I wanted the Tecton X3. So I don't have those. I don't know if they're available for testing yet, but I don't have those. So I think I'm going to go, it might be the Mafate. I think it's probably going to be the Mafate because that'll be more comfy. But I feel like I'd feel more confident in the Thundercross. So I don't know. That's where I'm at. All right. Elisa wants to know, is there any way to listen to the talk from yesterday? So it has been recorded. They recorded it. And I recorded the audio of mine. I think I probably won't have it available in full, but I think I will probably reread my notes and reread my speech and wrap it into my Runner's Weekend video. It's going to be a short Runner's Weekend video because I was only there for 36 hours. But I think, so the video's not gonna be that long, and the whole talk was over 30 minutes, but, I'll probably try to condense it a little bit. And, so the next Runner's Weekend video, which I'm not in a rush to put out, but that one will probably be a little bit more on the contemplative side. It won't be as fun, but see the Bike the 5 Boroughs and the group run. And that's about it. So I'm trying to figure out a way to do that. I just don't have a lot of content. I thought about hiring a videographer to come videotape me at the thing doing the talk. And I kind of wish I had. But yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. You guys will be able to get the gist of it. But if anyone's company needs a public speaker for API month, I'm available. Or for other things too. I feel like I'm a pretty good public speaker. Not to pat myself on the back, but that is something I would like to do more of. Kevin Wong says that the Adidas Agravic Speed Ultra is definitely designed for drier surfaces like Western states. Yeah, but Tony McCann ran well in it at, what was it? Did she run OCC or CCC? It did really well in Chamonix as well, right? So like, not that Chamonix was super muddy that day, or that weekend, but I feel like it's done well in lots of different kinds of terrain. And so that's why I was thinking, well, maybe it's something I can use, but I'm not sure. I don't think it's not for me. Lala P is signing up for Black Canyon. Not sure about the 50K or the 100K though. Is it sign up time for Black Canyon? I think I need to sign up. I think next year might be my year. Sean Devlin says, what about a Trabuco or something? Oh, that's a good call. Trabuco Max. I don't have the 3. I only have the 2. That's the other thing. I don't like to race in old shoes. Not because I'm like, it's old, no good. It just doesn't make as much sense, But I don't have the 3. What is that shoe over there? I'm looking at my shoes on the wall. I think that's the Tomir. Yeah. I was thinking about maybe another craft shoe. I'm not sure. I'm looking over at my trail shoes. They're on a separate wall over there. Should I just bust out the 10.9s? Should I go and run the 10.9s? I feel like I should. I feel like at some point I need to try and run a race in the 10.9s. Maybe if it was a weekend where like there was a VK or something that was shorter. I think like an 8-hour commitment in the 10.9 is a lot. But if there was something where I could be out there for like 2 hours or so, 3 hours in a trail shoe, I might bust out the 10.9 for that. That would be kind of fun. I think, should I wear that to TRE next year? I feel like I should. Just walk around all weekend long in the Hoka 10.9s. Calvin Hong says, there was an Asics trail athlete spotted with a Meta Fuji style shoe. It looked like a Metaspeed Sky Plus with lugs and a beefier upper. What shoe was it? It was all over at Chamonix last year. Isn't it just is it Fuji Speed? What was it called? I forget. But there is a plated trail shoe from Asics now. I don't remember. Powell Khan says, I ran a new marathon PR this weekend at the Toronto Marathon, 2:44:30. Woo! Fast. The race was rainy and a bit windy, but I'll take those conditions over a hot day. Great motivation to prepare me for Chicago this fall. That's incredible. Wow. 2:44 on a windy day. That's impressive. Good job, Powell Khan. And what is this icon over here? What is that? Is that the Paris colorway of the Adios Pro 3? Nice. Befuddled wants to know if I'm able to recover from a 3-week trip. I mean, it was kind of it was a 3-week trip, and then I just went to New York. I did have a handful of days at home first. But yeah, this New York trip was, I kind of had to, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to give a speech or if I was going to be like interviewed, like a Q&A for this thing that was yesterday. And I was like, well, someone will email me and tell me which one it is, because we had talked about both. And I had gotten a bunch of emails about it, but it was between like my manager and the people coordinating stuff. And so I didn't really look at them too closely. And then I read some fine print saying like I was supposed to be talking for 30 minutes. So I was like, oh boy, I better start writing something down. And so I spent a lot of the weekend writing and trying to memorize everything. So it was a pretty quiet weekend, which was tough because you're in New York, you know, and you want to do stuff and you want to see people. But I was like, I gotta do homework. I gotta stay in my room. So that was pretty relaxing, actually. I watched a lot of movies as well while I was doing it, which it was Star Wars weekend, you know, so I got to watch Star Wars a whole bunch, which was nice. And I watched Goonies. Goonies was on as well. So that was good. Brett Reed says, hey, Co, in your opinion, Asics Sky Paris or New Balance SC Elite 4, I prefer softer shoes. I mean, the SC Elite 4 is softer, but I would go with the Asics Sky Paris if you actually want to race in it. The SC Elite 4 is better than the SC Elite 3. It's more of a race shoe, but I still feel like that the SC Elite has, I want more from it. And so I feel like it's a shoe that if you do want something that's really soft and comfortable, it's more comfortable than it is of a racing shoe. You know what I mean? And so it's like, what I would love is if like the SC trainer, like the SC Elite was the SC trainer, because that would make a lot more sense to me. And then if they had something a little bit more aggressive for the SC Elite, I don't know. Mark Peterson says, how many bagels did I eat in the 36 hours? I actually ate 0 bagels while I was in New York this time. But I had pizza like every 4 hours, pretty much on average. So that was really good. I had so much pizza. PG1980 says, where was the best place you had food in London? I mean, I didn't get too adventurous with food. I probably should have gotten more adventurous with food. But I think there was a place called Honest Burgers or something like that. They had a really good veggie burger and french fries, and they served it with mayonnaise. And it was really nice. That was really good. I also had just like a giant calzone is the size of my head. And then the pizza place we went to was also really good. The one that didn't slice it, that was fun. When I went with Herm and his mom and Reagan, that was good. Eric says, Chicago for 5 days rocked. I had such a good time revisiting some old haunts, Half Acre and Revolution. Those are good spots. I'm getting to do some new segments of the Chicago River and Bubbly Creek, etc. Oh, that's awesome. I saw some of your Strava posts while you were in town, Eric. That's cool. I'm glad you had a good time. Calvin Huang wants to know if the Western States has an AAPI ticket spot. I don't think so. I think they just have like a minority ticket spot somehow, right? Is it Hoka that has it, or is it Western States that has it? I'm not sure. I don't know. A 100-mile race is not for me, though. Do you guys hear that? Oh, I think our something's beeping. I think it's our weather radio. It's really loud. It's supposed to wake you up in case there's a tornado. I don't think I think it's just thunderstorms. Yeah, but I can hear it. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. Let's see. All right. Sorry, I'm going to scroll down. Yeah, AJ says his 3 twister emojis, and Stevie76 says it's a twister. DZR Aperture says it's a tornado alert. I just got from Alexa. Oh boy. It's like, oh, okay. The kids are done with recess already, so they should be in by now. But yeah, well, I'm in the basement, so that's good. I don't know why my wife doesn't hear that and turn it off. I wonder if she can even hear it. Sometimes she can't hear anything. All right. And D0 Aperture says the tornado warning's not until for 8 p.m. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Let's get to the box, though. I think it's time for this thing. And then I think we'll also have to get some of the, when we'll bust out the weight standards, too, when we start weighing it. But you know what? I'll leave that scale down there right now. I have a feeling I'm going to need a lot of space up here for this giant box. This is definitely a box in a box situation. Oh, this side's cool too. There we go. I don't know what that says, but it's very pretty. Oh, a lot of words on here. This is the Mizuno Neo Vista, a new era in running. It's got a soft knit. Oh, look at this. I don't know if I'm supposed to show you this. Soft knit upper, max stack height, 44.5 millimeters. Mizuno Energy NXT. Oh, bio-based. Bio-based material provides a soft, responsive feeling and a wave plate. Although this wave plate, oh, that doesn't look like regular wave plates. It looks flattened. Interesting. Glass fiber reinforced nylon, not fiberglass. It's a different. Cool. I do love a knit upper. All right. I'll hold on to that and read more later. But more words. Unparalleled cushioning and incredible responsiveness. Experience how fun feeling fast on your daily runs can be. Oh boy, look at this. I feel like this kind of must have fallen out in packaging. But I feel like it's supposed to come kind of like this. You know what I mean? All right, so we got some Jogology color matched socks. There we go, medium cushion. And then here is the shoe. Now, I think that they were testing this out at TRE because this upper looks kind of familiar. But this is interesting. It feels lighter than it looks. I'll tell you that in terms of holding it in hand. And it feels like this upper comes up quite a bit too. So that's interesting as well. And this, from the Charmin squishiness, it feels really soft here so far. But then this wave plate, look at how big this wave plate is. A lot of wave plate. Ooh. And General Triangle says, I think all the ones I've seen posted so far were white uppers. Oh, really? All the ones that I saw in this special box were blue. This is a blue, right? So yeah, I've never seen a shoe with a subtitle on it before. So it's Mizuno Neo Vista over here, and then here it says crafted to experience effortless performance. Then the like full length rubber on here, which feels pretty nice. Soft too, the rubber. I thought it was going to be really hard, like a very hard rubber, very durable kind, but a lot of softness so far. We got an insole in here, Mizuno branded insole. Pretty thick insole too. All right. How does it smell though? Lisa says, how does it smell? Yeah. It smells like plastic. It smells like synthetic textiles. You know what I mean? Look, there's like a little rubber nubbin up here, and then there's a little button on the side. Imagine if this were a pump. That would be amazing. It's not, though. But the heel club is very floppy. There's kind of a little bit of structure in here, but not really. Look how floppy that is. So that is all very promising to me. On this side, it says Mizuno Energy NXT, which again, that is the Eco version. Smooth Speed Assist and Mizuno Wave. It's got a little pull tab too. Where's my other Mizuno? Oh, here you go. Hold on. So here's the Wave Rebellion Pro, right? Just to get a sense of like how curvy are these shoes. Look at how much it kicks up in the back. Here's the Wave Rebellion Flash 2, which, you know, I think they market it as like a speed day shoe, kind of like a Boston, kind of like a Magic Speed or an Endorphin Speed. But I really found that maybe because I think it's not, I'm a 4-foot striker and it's not designed for 4-foot strikers. I feel like this shoe felt great at easy paces for me. And then look at this one. It's like the heel bevel gets less and less, but it's still kind of curled, you know, like a bow on each side, like a bow and arrow kind of bow. You know what I mean? So, but it's still a very big shoe. Even though it's like, look, this is supposed to be 40 millimeters of stack height, and this is supposed to be 44.5. It doesn't seem right, but I guess it depends on where you're measuring it from and how up high the sidewalls are. Although neither of these seem to have very high sidewalls. Okay. Next order of business. It's time to get these. Terry Verlong says, you know, I love a rocker, but it'll be faster in white. I'm glad they went with a different color, kind of to emphasize that it's not part of their race product. But all right. So the insert of this says Mizuno Neo Vista. And on the bottom of it says, celebrate the pursuit of perfect comfort. I do like this design language. It looks nice. But I just hope that it agrees with me. Not all of the Mizuno shoes agree with me. Okay. So here's these weight standards. I got them on Amazon. I'm going to assume that they're legit. Because I don't know, what do I got to do? Buy 5 sets of standards and compare them to each other to see if they're legit? And so there's a whole bunch of them. And for example, this is a 100 gram weight. It's like supposed to weigh exactly 100 grams. And then I wanted to get one with a case so that way it doesn't get knocked around, scratched, dinged up, or whatever. And what's nice is there's also a 200 gram weight in here too. And since most of the shoes are like about 200 grams, that'll give us a nice kind of comparison point. And then it goes down to 10 grams. And the biggest one, the big boy, is 500 grams. Although these things screw in, which doesn't make me feel very confident in how good they are. You hear that? That's a weird sound. Okay. All right, next, let's get the scale out. I turn it on. It's a mouse squeak. Yeah. Kevin Wong says 500 grams or half a 10.9. Yeah. All right. So let's get here's the 100 gram weight. There's actually a couple of 100 grams weights in here. Put it on 0 and mode grams. 100 grams. It's exactly 100 grams. Oh boy, that's good news. Try the 500 gram weight. Oh, 500 grams. Coming in at 502. I feel like if I just squeak this a couple more times, we'll get to 500 in no time. Let's get the 200 gram weight on here. Boom, exactly 200 grams. So I feel good. None of our data has to be thrown away. But if a shoe gets really heavy, What was that heavy shoe that we just measured? Oh, if we get a couple more Skyward X's in here, we might have a problem. Let's see if I put 2 100-gram weights on here. Oh, boy. 2 100-gram weights gave me 202 grams, though. Each one of these individually gave me 100 grams. That's weird. Now it's giving me 200. Okay. All right. Feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling good. All right. Maddie Mac says, the testing weight standard is going to make for excellent audio-only listening. Yeah. Sorry, guys, if you're listening to this one. But I feel like we're doing good. So let's explain it to the audio only. They basically look like little cylinders, almost like batteries that we're putting onto the scale. And they have a weight that they're supposed to be. And we're hoping that the weights match up. All right, time. I gotta get my spreadsheet out. Spreadsheet time. Spreadsheet madness. Spreadsheet man. I feel like spreadsheet madness doesn't need a sound. I feel like spreadsheet madness needs a song. Spreadsheet madness. Spreadsheet madness. I just sang SpongeBob. But you guys know what I'm saying. Okay. All right, here we go. We got. Oh, I'm gonna unhighlight these over here. I highlighted them last time. I don't need to highlight them. Okay, let's get some room. What is this? This is a Mizuno Wave. What is it called? Wave Neo Vista. No, Neo Vista. There's no wave in the name. It's 0 miles, the right shoe, size 9, road. Let's verify that it's a 9. I got sent a shoe today that it's under embargo, so I can't tell you about it. But I got sent a shoe today that is, the box said 9. They said they were sending me a size 9. And then the shoes inside the box were a 9.5, so that was a little bit annoying. All right, size 9, confirmed. All right, now on our verifiably accurate scale. Oh, that's a pretty good number. Let's get that into ounces. What do you guys think this is going to be? It's a big shoe. There's a lot of shoe here. All right, Matt Byer says 9. I love that you guys started guessing before I even asked. Eric said 8.8. Calvin said 9.1. Elisa says 9. You guys are really good. This shoe is coming in at, let me just wait one more time to make sure. 9.2 ounces and 262 grams. So really good work, guys. 9.2 and 262 grams. Let's see, where does that put it? Oh, it puts it in between the two sizes of the On Cloud Monster Hyper that we've measured here. Okay, slide it right in there. 9.2. I love it. Yeah. There we go. There we go. It's lighter than the Agravic Speed Ultra as well. So, not that I would run with this on the trails, but yeah. Eric Paramount says, sandwich between On feels like an insult. Why would that feel like an insult? No. And Terry Furlong says, we also need a oops, that shoe was under embargo sound. I feel like that's like a record scratch. You know what I mean? Now, I think, so, hey, I can show you this, guys. So, they sent me these little tweezers to go with the weight standards. Am I not supposed to be touching them? Is that corroding them somehow? I'll try not to touch them in the future. But now we got our weight standards, and now we know our weights are right. We know for sure. Are you going to return the calibrated weights now? No, I mean, I feel like you need to verify every once in a while. Make sure the scale didn't get damaged or messed up, you know? There you go. Calvin says the oil on your fingers, it's going to mess it up. Oh, boy. I feel like I'll be okay for a little while. I don't know. Cam Amongst thinks that the embargo shoe sound should be womp womp. I feel like it should be a record scratch, because then I have to stop doing what I was doing. You know? Cosmic Pineapple Michael says sad embargo trombone. Did you guys ever see those play that game with the trombone and you had to play songs? It was kind of like Guitar Hero, but with a trombone, and you would play it like on your iPad. And I never played the game, but I would watch people's videos of themselves playing the game, and it was always so funny. I love that one. AJ saying skin oil adds to the weight. You think it adds to the weight? I would think that it would take away if it corrodes it over time. But I don't know. I guess that makes sense. Either way. Sega Dreamcast says the sound should be the Price is Right sound. Is that right? Boom, 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 boom. I feel like that is a good one. Yeah, I feel like I just need more. I need a bigger soundboard. You know, I like Kramer on what's that show where he's got all the giant buttons that he could smash them. I feel like I need that. That's what I think I'm gonna. I gotta figure that out. Do I just get a drum machine and then I hook that up to my computer and then I could have like 16 different ones? Maybe I'll do that. But then I gotta have an app running. I don't know. It seems like it's making it really complicated. Maybe we get rid of the rim shot. I think we can probably get rid of that, right? I feel like that should be that one could be the embargo sound. And then we could probably get rid of applause. And we'll make that one be like a dog sound. I don't know. All right. But that's going to be a good place to leave it for today, guys. I had to get ready. I'm going to be meeting with Sage and Sandy today. We're going to do a little race recap. That'll be coming up later this afternoon, but I'm going to get ready for that discussion soon. That's going to be today. So I'm going to get going. Tomorrow. Oh, we'll do another unboxing tomorrow for sure. And I'll see you same time as today, 1 p.m. Central Time. Until then, be safe out there, everybody. Thanks.